I'm Wrecker Rick. You're watching Murphy's Diesel. We're hitting the road again to Old Mexico, folks. Not quite, but the border of Old Mexico for one of the most iconic trucks ever made. This thing is bad to the bone. It's a Kenworth 1962 W925. I've got the Freedom 550 loaded up with dinosaurs, bears, kids, mother-in-laws, the whole shamil. I need the Freedom 550 because it's got all my tools. This old 1962 KW has seen better days. We've got to get it running, and then we got to drive it 400 miles back. 7 families are depending on this truck, folks.
That smells.
That smells delightful, Dayton. Smell it, folks.
Hey, cowboy.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you gonna call me cowboy the whole time?
Yep.
I got a button-up shirt on this morning
It's cool.
because I wanted to look dapper, and the gals are calling me cowboy now.
My cowboy.
We're getting loaded up and headed to Old Mexico. We're just waiting on Mrs. Wrecker Rick and Mama at this point.
Cowboy stepping. That's what we're riding in.
Well, look at you, cowgirl. Well, this truck is looking good this morning, huh, folks?
When is Mama?
Girls, where are you going? Are you kidding me? Look at your boots.
Don't ride in my.
Look what you did to your boots.
Hi. About ready to go. Can you put my mom's suitcase? Is it gonna fit?
Oh, it'll fit.
My mom is not gonna be able to get in this truck. Where's the steps? Should I go get a step stool?
Well, this is going to be a long weekend.
Blame yourself, cowboy.
How about the lip on old Mrs. Wrecker Rick, huh?
Did it fit?
Yeah, that's good. Folks, everybody keeps asking me, Wrecker Rick, how'd you lose 90 pounds? Well, let me tell you, lifestyle change. And with today's sponsor, Good Chop, they make it easy. What do we got here? Go ahead, snoop around. That's right, folks. Good Chop delivers high-quality American beef, chicken, and pork straight to your door. No more wondering if the meat you're buying is manufactured or grown overseas. By choosing Good Chop, you are supporting local family farms and independent ranchers right here in the USA, like old G. Wrecker Rick. Good Chop delivers vacuum-sealed frozen cuts, so your freezer stays stocked and you can cook whenever you want. What's better than America, you ask? 100% money-back guarantee. If you don't like their meat, they'll put money right back into your billfold. Hey! No running. Y'all know me, I'm a stickler for what I put in my body. That's why I choose Good Chop. If you want to know what's in your beef and seafood and not have to guess, then go to goodchop.com/Murphy's Diesel and use code 50Murphys or click the link in the description to get $50 off plus free shipping on your first order. Again, that's 50Murphys or click the link in the description to get $50 off plus free shipping on your first order. I need more beef!
They're unlocked zombie. They're unlocked zombie, Dad.
You got it, gals. We're hitting the road.
Who is this irresponsible?
Enjoy this tasty riff that is not Rob Zombie because YouTube is a bunch of communists. Well, folks, I got the highway shut down. Looks like we're gonna have to go off-road because we're not going all the way around. And we're in the Freedom 550. God bless America. Stand by. Y'all always ask why we have so many off-road recoveries out here. This is why. Because you see all these people, they got the same idea as us. Well, not all of them are in off-road capable trucks. Boy, this road's getting real small real quick. They used to call her Navigator Rick.
No, they didn't.
No, they sure didn't. We've got some train tracks over here that is it's putting a hitch in my giddy up. There's a tunnel, babe. Can we fit through that tunnel right there?
I was like, what tunnel? That's what I was saying.
So we had one guy following us and he turned around back there. It's like, that Rick's a full-blown dumbass. How about those pigs, folks? Little fat pigs running under the railroad tracks. You guys are going to correct me and say those are javelina. Well, native Arizonians call them pigs, folks. We made it back out to the highway. Only added 3 hours to our trip, not too bad. We had to stop and get some premium diesel, folks. She is topped off. We're ready to hit the road, folks. We only got 300 more miles to go. Stand by. Let me get this for you, babe.
Thanks. Always a gentleman.
Here, let me get this for you.
Thank you very much.
It's the Freedom 550 step, folks.
Could someone please turn on Wild Zombie?
Who is this irresistible creature that has an insatiable love for the dead?
Maybe thicker.
Have y'all ever seen a 4-year-old that loves Rob Zombie? Now you have. We've got to make a quick little pit stop at Arizona City to look at a trailer that will be pulling with the old 1962 K-Whopper. We got a secret mission that we're working on, folks. Basically, we have to get this 1962 Kenworth running, buy this trailer, and then we're gonna load 8 cars on it, and I'm not gonna tell you the rest. We're gonna call it Covert Op Bless Your Heart. Welcome to the quaint little town of Arizona City. That's right, folks, it's a car hauler.
If this is the same one, this is the 1991. Which I think it is, because it's red.
What's with the pony motor?
I'll show you right now. Whoa, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. Just
That
about
did.
got my block knocked off.
It's cold.
This is right up my alley, folks.
It's only 8 grand. I mean,
So, real work in progress, you know. It's a 1991. I've got to have something I can really work on, you know what I mean? When we do these road trips and stuff, we don't want a trailer that's really well put together and works, functions really well, because that's lame. All right, folks, we're gonna go get the 1962 K-Whopper running. We'll be back to get this beautiful gal. Boy, she is real nice. We're calling this mission Operation Giddy Up and Give Back. Stand by. That went pretty well, folks. That thing was a massive pile of right up my alley. We're getting back on the road. Stand by. Mattress firm must have been having a blowout sale.
Mattress firm is like out of business.
Well, they are now. Do you like the sound of them steel belts humming on the asphalt?
What steel belts?
Those radials.
Tires. Is there somebody by us with a bad tire that I missed?
Can you not hear the steel belts humming on the asphalt?
Isn't that normal?
That sounds normal to you?
All of our trucks sound like that.
I love to hear the sound of the steel belts humming on the asphalt. Google it, babe.
Love the sound of steel belts humming on the asphalt.
That's not what it's called. It's called Guitar Town.
Yes, it is. By Steve Earle.
Told you. I told you. God, I'm freaking good.
Released in 1986.
Yeah. Crank Crank it up.
Hey, pretty baby, are you ready for me? It's good rockin' daddy down in Tennessee. Just out of some Bama San Antonio with the radio blasting and the bird dog gone. There's a speed trap up ahead in Salem town. No local ilkle's gonna shut me down. 'Cause me and my boys got the rig unwound and we come 1,000 miles from the guitar.
We made it to the Airbnb, folks. Finally, after 2 wrecks, some off-road travel. Your butt itch?
No, my butt. Do you like a dog?
Well, that's why dogs do it. You got worms? Great, Smoke's got worms now.
No, I don't.
A pretty nice pile of bricks, folks. Not too shabby. I mean, not quite as nice as a Motel 6, but it'll do for a few days. Pretty nice outfit here, huh, babe? What do you think?
Did you pack my mom's suitcase?
It wasn't in the truck?
I didn't see it.
I know, I put it in there.
Are you sure?
Positive. Mother-in-laws, huh? Night, Dayton. Love you.
Night, folks.
Dayton is exhausted. It's been a long day, folks. We're gonna hit the hay. We'll see you in the morning. Stand by.
What?
Come on, Smoke.
Dad, I got. What are you doing?
No pain, no gain, Dayton. Didn't spill a drop.
Dad. Good morning, Fort Nelson.
Enjoying a pretty nice little Sunday morning. Love you, Smoke.
Love you, Dad.
Folks, we're headed out. We've got to get to work. We're gonna go make a game plan to get this 1962 KW.
Come on.
Stand by. A view of the mountain as soon as you walk out the door, folks. I'll tell you what, Sierra Vista is actually really beautiful. Mexico right over there. I believe it's on the other side of that mountain, but it's just right there. Freedom 550, looking good this morning. Let me get that for you.
Always a gentleman.
It's about a 5-minute drive. Stand by, folks. Down here in the town, there's mesquite trees, palm trees, all kinds of desert trees, greasewood, and then up the mountains that surround Sierra Vista, there's snow on them. Pretty crazy. It's a very beautiful place. Southern Arizona, huh? The quaint little town of Sierra Vista. Fun fact for you, we actually picked up Papa Pitufo here. You know, the old Freightliner cab over with the 750 homes on it.
Your destination is on the right.
We made it, folks. There she is. Oh, she's a real beaut. Let's go check out this old 62. You're in for a treat. How are we gonna get it out of here? Stuff everywhere. Here it is. We're getting it jumped right now. And we're gonna drive it home.
Da da da.
Ta-da! Just kidding, folks. It's right over here. Check this bad Larry out. Unbelievable. And you know what? Fun fact for you. Y'all have seen this truck before. This truck actually used to be a wrecker. And the tow unit that came off of this bad Larry is the tow unit that we put on Indiana Homes. Unbelievable.
What?
We've got history with this bad Larry. Is it everything you thought it'd be, babe?
Yeah. It's a big POS, just like I thought it would be.
I'm pretty sure she said that last time we looked at this bad Larry. It has a 400 Big Cam in it. This thing hasn't ran since 2008. 18 years. This thing hasn't ran in 18 years. We're going to get it fired up, and then we're going to drive it back to northern Arizona, and then we're going to be touring the U.S. in this bad Larry for covert op, giddy up, and give back.
Well, did you bring some help?
Yeah, she's right there.
You're looking at her.
How are you?
Good, Rick. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. You too. Do you have a fifth wheel for this?
I probably have one somewhere.
If you don't have one, I'll shop around here somewhere. Where's your crew?
It's me.
Yeah, that's my crew. About 6-8 months ago, they kind of said we're not going on the trips anymore. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, really?
We went to Georgia and pretty much broke them in Georgia. Southern Georgia in July.
Dave and I, when I had Autoway Towing, we got a call from next door from the cement company.
Uh-huh.
They were up here on Fort Huachuca, and they had gotten their cement mixer too close to a trench, and the cement mixer had fallen in and was laying on its side. Well, it was on a fairly good grade. Not only did we attempt to bring the mixer upright, but we were also fighting the slope of the mountain.
Yes, sir.
So I jumped in 6'2". Dave jumped in H1, that Freightliner that you have, and we went up there and we hooked onto that mixer. And I was down low because those old cables were popping and talking. I looked up, there was 2.5 to 3 feet of clearance beneath these tires. That Freightliner the same way. We had both those front ends completely off the ground. They had a big, what was that, a Cat 988 front end loader. So I had him pull down between us, and he dug that front end loader down into the ground. I mean, 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet. He goes, now what? I said, shut it off and get off of it.
You used it as a dead man?
Used it as a dead man. Because that Home 750, when you pull those levers out and push them down, that hook and that winch, they're going to get closer together. Just that's the strength of a 750 Homes, as you well know. And we told everybody, stand back. We stood that mixer up and stood it back up where it needed to be. We kind of looked at each other and kind of like, I hope we don't ever have to do that again.
What year was that? They're all blending together at this point?
Between 5 and 8. We were operating here out of Sierra Vista, Wilcox, and Douglas.
Gotcha.
We were operating tow trucks in all 3 areas.
Yeah.
When I could keep drivers, because driving a tow truck, 24-hour rotation,
takes a special
can't
breed.
drink, no alcohol. You got to be willing to set your fork down on your favorite meal and get in your truck and go to work.
Stand by, folks. We're gonna get to work. God, I love this truck. It's been a year since we were last here, and I've thought about it every day since.
Of course you have.
It's got lots of toolboxes.
Yeah.
Got a sleeper on her for the FTs. Plenty of boxes and stuff. Maybe we could actually get your mom's luggage in here this time.
Where is her luggage? I thought you put it on the back of the truck.
Let's check out the inside of this bad Larry. Unbelievable. It's got a 13-speed double over, folks. You ever seen one of those? The interior is so badass in this truck. I mean, it's clean. I mean, it's not clean, but it's in good shape. It's got rat everywhere. We've got a lot of stuff to do in a short time to do it. How about that sleeper? A good place to take care of business or get your business taken care of. We're gonna open the hood on this bad Larry, see what's going on inside. Go ahead, snoop around. The old Big Cam, folks. That's what we're dealing with here. The old Big Cam.
Did you bring filters?
Yes, I did, babe. Do you know who you're talking to? Of course I brought filters. Ooh, I just got some oil on your boots.
Not on my Valentine's Day boots.
Had a few different people work on the wiring.
There you go, babe.
Always a gentleman.
Obviously. Get your ass in that sleeper right now. She's got oil in her. Let's check and see if she's got any coolant. Bone dry. It torques so hard that it'd make the fan touch the radiator. You see it a lot in these old trucks with 750s on them that are single framed. Stick these old tanks, see if they get any fuel in them. Oh yeah. Oh, smells like it's 20 years old. 20-year-old fuel. Great.
Does old fuel matter if they've had like a lid on it the whole time?
Yeah, so diesel has a lot of bacteria and it grows over time. It gets what you call a diesel bug. So it gets like an algae that grows on it. Have to have a whole case of filters or we'll have to drain the tanks.
Well, let's cross that bridge when we get there, shall we?
Shall we? Throw some batteries in this bad Larry. Then we'll go from there, folks. Fun fact for you. This bad Larry's been outfitted with power steering. Have you ever seen a 1962 with power steering? Well, you have now. But she's lacking front brakes. But we only have to worry about brakes when we get to northern Arizona. We don't need no stinking brakes. We're missing a valve. We're gonna need to put a valve on there. That's for the air brakes. Mechanic Dave brought us a valve. So we have R12 valve, folks.
The trouble is the fittings.
We're in business. I'll pull this fitting out. And where's my pocket pliers? Just go to Murphy's Diesel Store, get yourself some Wrecker Rick pocket pliers. It's gotta work. We may need to put that in a vise, folks. Pocket pliers are just tearing it up. That's tighter than a dolphin. If it'll make it 20,000 miles, I'll be happy. Over top, giddy up, and give back.
Let me tell you how that works. There are some people that fire up this truck and they couldn't get out of sight before they had it broke down.
Yeah.
Guys like you, guys like me, we take it to New York and back and don't have a problem.
All right, folks, we've got to run down to the hardware store. We need some bushings for this because these are the wrong size. We found an R12 valve. This is for our brakes. We want to have some brakes eventually, so stand by. Actually, I have fittings in here. We don't have to go anywhere.
Did they used to call you Prepared Rick today?
They actually used to call me not eating lunch today, Rick.
Did they call you Divorced Rick? This is Hangry Mrs. Rick.
All right, folks, I don't need fittings, but we're gonna run and grab some lunch real quick. Stand by. Hey, Crazy, you wanna go get some lunch?
Now, we're also about to play hide and seek. America! America!
Babe, never unbuckle before the truck stops. You got it? We're stopping by Texas Roadhouse, grab ourselves a little lunch. You know, this place would probably be a lot better if it's called Arizona Roadhouse.
Today, Ed, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
We won't be having bread.
All right.
Yeah, no, we're hard 365 days of the year.
All right. Oh, hello.
Nope, you're part of this family, Mills. Fun fact for you folks, I'm deathly allergic to peanuts.
Come look at your shirt.
The Murphy's Diesel family doesn't do bread, folks. It causes cancer, folks. Well, maybe not, but it definitely causes obesity, so stay away from it. We just finished lunch. We're headed over to Home Depot, folks, to get some fittings. Stand by. What'd you have for lunch, Dayton?
Brownie.
Dayton and Smoke had brownies for lunch. What are you doing?
Oh, I was just waiting on my gentleman. I knew you were coming.
Let me get this for you. Tell you what, folks, this truck's damn near like getting into Hellboy. Fun fact for you, African ebony wood is the rarest wood in the world. And it's the hardest wood in the world. Well, second hardest.
This is a PG channel.
What are you talking about? Clarinets are actually made out of it. They used to call me Fun Fact Rick. Who knows stuff about wood? Mrs. Wrecker Rick. Stand by, folks. We're going to get some fittings. I gotta grab our fittings. See, I got fittings. I just don't have enough.
They're getting all the colors of the rainbow. And don't lie, you know you did it too.
I spanked Dad's butt.
You did? I spanked his butt earlier. Come on. You know you did that too.
Dude, we just rang those up about 10 times. Bro, what? Scan your water.
Now you gotta go get them.
Yeah, now we need to go buy 5 more.
How many?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
5.
She's gonna ring that up more than one.
She ain't even got it once.
Oh, she
Look your
didn't?
finger.
She couldn't get it to
Here.
do it.
How many more suckers do we need? 5 more?
Boy, we're keeping the lights on at Home Depot today, huh? Now back to the K-Whopper. The girls got their suckers and paint samples, and we're good to go. Stand by. Let's get to business, folks. I forgot I had all the fitting.
You figured out you had them?
Yeah, I had them in the truck.
Then why were we looking for them?
I thought it'd be hilarious. We got all of our fittings together. Now we're gonna throw this relay valve. This is what controls the bricks. Apparently, Mrs. Wrecker Rick gives a shit.
Duh.
I'm doing this because Mrs. Wrecker Rick is forcing me.
So he's got 2 there.
I was a little concerned about
One there.
Looking for you then. He keeps wondering how.
RDI uses that land all like it's going out of stock.
Well, that's all she wrote, folks. The valve is in. We're gonna get the batteries in. Stand by.
What a gentleman.
I'm supposed to drink a gallon a day. Are you on 75 hard too?
No.
365 days of the year, I'm hard.
So 75 is the amount of days you're supposed to do it?
You need to borrow my pocket wrench?
Is that it? That's your pocket wrench. Good.
Well, it's your pocket wrench.
I don't think there will be a need of it anymore, do you?
Never know.
Okay, well,
I might have to beat that starter with it.
I think on fire, it won't turn over 20 times and it's running.
I hope not. I hope it fights. All right, let's get these batteries out. Give the Blue Dragon a little bit more juice. How about that battery box that Duvall made? Made out of wood. We're fighting that parasitic draw. We got a bare wire here. We're gonna have to tape that up. Looks like the rats got the best of that wire. I have single-handedly rebuilt this truck with these pocket pliers, folks.
Got his body up. Wow, the teeth just lit up.
Let's see if we got a fuel filter, folks. We're gonna throw a fuel filter on it, top it off with some fresh diesel, just for old time's sakes. Ooh, I got 2. That'll at least get me out of the parking lot.
I suppose you need a filter wrench now.
Maybe. I gotta make sure I got diesel. I'm not sure what this is.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Dang sure don't smell like diesel though.
What's in it?
Yes. It smells like paint thinner. I don't know who's running paint thinner in their truck, but
Your nephew.
I got an empty can here. I could run and go grab some diesel real quick. I'll be right back.
Circle K.
Forrest Gump going across the country.
Yeah, with that beard.
I just felt like running. A lot of garbage in there.
Yeah, that fuel's been in that can for almost as long as this truck's been sitting here. So
It's been in this can for about 5 minutes because I just ran to the store and got it.
This is my truck. The hood is 7 feet. For a front loader.
oh yeah, always having a problem with clutches for some reason.
Wonder why.
Who's first?
Nose go.
Don't be looking at me.
It's time for your exam. We got our fuel filter full of diesel. Throw a little antifreeze in her. She'll be ready to touch off and hit the highway. Stand by.
What's better for those ends? You can't go on the front end now.
Didn't spill a drop, folks. They used to call me Eagle Eye Rick.
No, they didn't.
That's not what you said last night. All right, folks, stand by. Let's see if this old dog will fire up. Uh-oh. We got power. That's a low air pressure buzzer.
In case you're wondering, it looks like it smells. It smells like it looks.
Smells like America. Freedom, baby. Round 2. We're going to give it a snort of ether. Stand by. I'm manually opening the fuel to the shutoff solenoid to make sure it's getting fuel. Round 3, stand by. All right, we need to see what's going on here. We're going to take this return line off here and see if it's returning any fuel. Dry as butter. Let's see if it pulled this filter dry. No, it ain't pulling fuel, so I wonder if this line is frayed. I wonder if it's pulling air.
You can tell it.
Because it didn't suck any fuel down whatsoever. That just tells me it ain't pulling fuel. Mm-hmm. And why else would it not pull fuel other than it's sucking air between the filter and the pump? Or it's got a bad pump. I probably got a piece of hose. I'll stick a piece of hose on there and go directly into a jug of clean diesel, and we'll see if it kicks off of a jug, huh? But look how...
Yeah, it's tired.
So I'm going to throw a piece of hose on it and then dip it in the jug and run it straight to the jug. And then we'll do process of elimination from there. See, I brought a big cam pump.
Okay.
Yeah, I come prepared. And I know this pump works because it was just on a big cam the other day working. So if we got to swap a pump out, just might be crazy enough to work. We got a fitting. We got some hard line here. Stand by, folks. Just need a little heat. We're going to stick this right down in this jug here, folks, and we're going to bypass the filter and we're going to go straight into a jug and see if she'll run. I don't hate that. Oh yeah, it's in it, at least an inch. Go ahead and crank her over. Babe!
Yeah?
Crank it up, turn the key on and hit the button. Go ahead, crank it up. Where's the air gauge at in this old dog? Air pressure's building. Boy, she fired right up after we got it some fuel. We're got to replace all the fuel lines. Unbelievable, folks. We're getting air pressure already.
I'm not getting any over here. Is this like a dummy fuel? There's a fuel gauge right here too.
Yeah.
Battery.
Yeah, Mrs. Navigator Rick's gauges. Get you a little tom-tom over there so you can tell where we're going.
Tom-tom. Tom-tom? I remember tom-toms. I had a tom-tom.
Got a little air leak there. All right, folks. We've got to go get some fuel line. I got to build some fuel lines for this. I have the fittings. We'll just build some new fuel lines, and then she'll be ready to hit the road. Stand by. Folks, we're giving away this Ram 3500 Dually Mega Cab, and it's a Laramie. We're also giving away that Brinkley back there. It's a 46-foot toy hauler, and it's a 2025. For this week only, we're doing 50 times multipliers on Wrecker Rick rope kits. Get yourself a Wrecker Rick rope kit. We're also doing 50 times multipliers on pullover hoodies. It's about to get Western, folks. 50 times multipliers on I Love Snatch shirts. Well, I do. Blocks. Get your mind out of the gutter. 50 times on It's About to Get Western shirt. It's about to get Western. But that's not all, folks. 50 times multipliers on all accessories. Like these babies right here. The old pocket pliers. Go to murphysdieselstore.com. Get entered to win right now, folks, before it's too late. Get entered to win Fat Fanny Annie and the Brinkley. It's a little bit less than Hellboy, but I guarantee it. I mean, it's right about where Hellboy is.
And what do you need that for?
What don't we need another tow unit for, babe? Off-road wrecker.
Are you gonna sell this one? Because I don't know if you know this, but we have plenty.
We ain't in the business of selling. We're in the business of buying, babe. All right, folks. We're calling it a day because no parts houses are open and I need some fuel line. I mean, I could, cobble up some stuff, but we've got a long ride home. So we're going to put some good fuel line on it. I'm going to replace the entire fuel line from the pump to the tank and the filter. Stand by.
Get out of the way.
Girls, we're home.
I missed you too, Dad and Mom.
I missed you too, Smoke. What'd you gals do all day while we were gone?
Music.
Fabulous music? How's that sucker treating you?
This one's gonna be a rock and roll. Good. Now this one. Put them in here so you can. Yeah, so I can paint them.
Didn't spill a drop.
If you like the children's Hellboy hoodies that we have, we also have them in t-shirts, and we have our mountain logo and kids t-shirts and hoodies as well. So go to murphysdieselstore.com.
Go to the murphydiesel.com door.
That's a good swing. You're supposed to make it in the hole, though. There.
Love you. Love you, Smoke.
Love you, Mom.
Love you.
Love you, Mom. Dad.
Love you.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, baby.
The girls are getting 18 holes in, and we're getting ready to go. Boy, I'm a cowboy boot wearing son of a...
Who is that Venom in denim?
It's another beautiful morning in Sierra Vista. We're headed over to Napa because we've got to get some fuel lines. And then this truck is ready to hit the road. I'll tell you what, we're going to drive it over to the Airbnb and then we're going to give it a thorough cleaning. I'm going to mount my tires and wheels on the back of it, do few other things to get it to where it can go the 400 miles trip home with a trailer on the back. We've also got to install our fifth wheel. Stand by, folks. How about that mountain range? Sure is beautiful.
Thanks, babe.
De nada. Do you get it? Because the Mexican border's right there.
Hi, baby.
Not today, babe. That's O'Reilly's. Thanks a lot, Google. I hate to break it to you, Siri, but O'Reilly sucks. O'Reilly's doesn't have enough stuff to fix a ham sandwich. Take it from a guy that needs some stuff. O'Reilly's doesn't even have a 1-inch Milwaukee impact. Finally, now we could actually get some parts that's gonna fix this truck. Let me get this way.
Always a gentleman.
Look at this place. parts and tools everywhere. And this is a small Napa.
Anything else, Jill?
A whole case of FF105 fuel filters. Because that case is 12. We don't need 12, right?
You never know. We may need 12.
I was just going to do 6.
Well, hopefully 6 will make her. This is Rick. You wouldn't mind getting this. I'm running a little short on cash.
No problem, babe.
I'm a trophy husband.
Sugar mama.
Napa every time, folks. The only reason people go to O'Reilly's is because O'Reilly spends so much money on marketing, and they need to spend more money on supplying parts and tools. And the people in O'Reilly's are about as personable as a ham sandwich. We made it over here, folks, and it's windier than a well digger's asshole. We're gonna get these fuel lines built. Stand by.
Don't you wish you had some of the stuff that you had built over the years?
Yes, sir. My wife's gonna have a heyday when I finally die.
I think they call that a auction.
Yeah. Folks, we approve this message. Just get your signature on the nomination so we can keep Kenny in there.
There you go. That's right.
Don't let this sunshine fool any of you. It is cold out here. There's a storm moving in.
Cool thing about these compression fittings is you can build a hydraulic line in the field with them, or you can build a fuel line. This is actually hydraulic hose. They ain't have fuel line, but it'll work with diesel. Diesel won't eat the liner out of it. We use them all the time. Stand by, folks. I'm gonna build a line. This just pops on right here. Gotta lube her up a little so she slides right in. Then you just screw that bad Larry into it. Put a little torque on it. They used to call me vice grip hand rail. That's all she wrote, folks. Good for 3,000 PSI. Maybe more. I'm not a numbers guy. So now I throw the line on there, get my measurement, and then I'll go cut it off and put my other end in.
I went to put my boot on this morning, and I had a goat head inside of it. Got me good.
Fun fact for you guys.
Should pick it up.
Top the filter off again, folks. Now we're gonna throw it on there and we're gonna fire this bad Larry up. Fuel lines are placed. We got our filter topped off. Let's see if she'll run off of her own fuel tank.
Ready?
Yeah. Let's see if these brakes will release, huh? Because we are built up with air. Airbags are up. Brakes are released. Let's see if she's got moved. Brakes aren't released. They might be froze up. Anything come out?
Yes.
The air came out when I pushed that?
Yes.
All right, so we're getting air back here. I'm gonna go release it again after I build air up. Stand by.
That valve is?
Yeah, it'll move. It's go time, folks. We're gonna pull this bad Larry out and ease her onto the highway. Maybe. Brakes are still locked up. Need the old Mateo.
So you can hit on this one with a hammer.
messed up. That one's good. Classic liner stuck to the drum. When these trucks sit for so long, the brake liners get rusted to the drums, and then the truck won't move, so you gotta hit them with a hammer. Fun fact for you, folks.
Now you got tail lights.
A little bit of classical for the ride home. Throw a couple more lug nuts on here, folks. We only got 4 per wheel. Stand by. And then once I get back to the Airbnb, we're gonna clean this baby up, put some tires and wheels on her, and hit the road. Get my old Denver special here. Oh, big mill.
That brake light works, your backup lights work, and the backup alarm works.
Which way? Law way. We got left hand and we got right hand, babe. So we gotta sort through these, get the left hands and the right hands.
How do you tell which is which?
It says if it's a left hand thread, it has an L on it. Fun fact for you guys, the old trucks used to have left hand threads on the left side of the truck and right hand threads on the right hand side of the truck.
So it wasn't always lefty loosey, righty tighty?
Left hand side of this truck is righty loosey, lefty tighty. Now we're gonna throw the old 5th wheel plate on. Stand by. They used to call me High Steer Rick.
Watch your back. Oh, there you go.
How many bolts do we really need to pull a trailer? We got 1 bolt lined up anyhow. And then we're gonna get back to the Airbnb and then I'm gonna drill all these out and do everything I gotta do to make it feng shui.
You have the tools to do that?
Stand by. No. But there's a Home Depot right down the road. And I need a new drill.
Home Depot, take all our money.
All right, just strap this down. Yeah, babe, I don't care. You don't want me to do it right, I'll throw a ratchet strap on it and we'll roll out of here tonight.
It's not even for me.
8 families depend on this, babe. Don't be getting cheap now. Throw a little torque on it with little pocket pliers. I think Dave needs a pair of pocket pliers. What do you folks think?
Good.
All right, folks. Mrs. Wrecker Rick needs some lunch, so we got to get out of here.
PM. Popular Mechanics.
Now just throw it across the yard.
No.
Dave, you know nothing of show business. Mrs. Wrecker Rick's in the Freedom 550, and I'm gonna be in the old 62 K-Whopper. Temp is still good, oil pressure's good, air pressure, plenty of rat shit. We're ready, folks. Oh, we're off. We're cooking with diesel now. This old gal will walk the dog, folks. We're throwing a couple of drop cloths down so we don't drip oil on their nice clean concrete. How about that backup beeper? It's the little things, folks, like putting drop cloths down that separates us from good quality blue collar American or a scumbag. Boy, she's a truck driving son of a... Go ahead and shut her down. Pretty good for her first day back on the job, huh? The gals want to see the truck.
I want to see inside.
What do you think about the truck?
I like it. Me too, we like it.
How about you girls let us get it cleaned up before you get in there? There's lots of rat turds in there.
Just let us see in it. Yeah. I want to see the rat poop. Where's the rat poop?
It's in there.
Where?
All over the floor.
Dad, it's just dirt. Why is there a bed in the back?
Because I like to party. What do you think, Smoke?
Good.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. We call it record games.
Record games?
Yeah, because we don't have a record game one.
Well, I guess we're calling it record game. Time to get to work, folks. I've got to get my tires mounted. I've got to get my fifth wheel mounted. I've got to put 2 trailer airlines on it. I'm going to vacuum all the rat out of it. I might replace another fuel line. I got to knock these tails so this had an extended frame because it used to be a wrecker. It's got a few air leaks I'm going to address. Then she'll be ready to hit the road, folks. I got about 4 or 5 hours to do this, and then I'm going to take the gals out to dinner. Stand by. Casey Liddell is going to be so jealous of my emergency lights.
Place down the road is a breakfast brunch. Guess you can't call them. Order.
Boy, these tires have seen better days. We're going to throw the mags on the outside, put the steels on the inside so it looks real sharp.
Hi, guys.
Well, look who decided to show up 2 days late.
T-Money, what are you doing here?
I have business to attend.
I got my room ready for you. What's up, bro?
We got the bolts out of it, now we just need to cut the welds. I believe we got it.
See that?
Yes I am, Dayton.
Water.
Is it cold?
Yes.
How much you got to get for one of those?
Nothing?
Really? Oh.
It's on the house.
You're a gentleman, Dayton. And a scholar. Oh yeah. It's a good thing these welds weren't very good.
What are you doing?
Getting my truck ready to hit the road so I can get my fifth wheel in. Lunch is here, Dayton. Not gonna need that. So that's what a schnitzel is. Mrs. Reckerick got me a schnitzel.
So sauerkraut?
Dayton, did y'all get anything done while we were gone? I'm gonna take that as a no. Okay, just me and Smokey Bear going to Home Depot, huh? Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
What's your horse's name?
Sparkles lightning.
Sparkles Lightning?
Yeah.
Mine's Nelly. All right, we're giddying up again. All right, you ready to run?
Yeah.
All right, run. Run, 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 run. What are you oohing me for, huh?
Because you look so pretty.
I look so pretty.
Yeah.
Aw. 3 inch 5/8. We need 8. 1, 2.
Got those extensions cut off the frame. Boy, does it look sharp. Now we're going to throw these mag wheels on there. I got old Big Mill here.
Here we go. Where did our truck go?
Back out our truck.
Yes. Stay right here, Mom.
Well, ain't that just dandy? So I pulled these tires and wheels off of my old cab over, the old K100, and they're actually 285s. These are 11Rs, tall rubber. See the difference? So it looks like we're going to have to go get some tires. Hi, Smoke.
Heavy, Dad.
Is that heavy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's your wardrobe.
Here, I got one more, Hayes.
Smoke.
It's super big.
Thanks, Smoke.
You're welcome.
Tires are the wrong size.
Mom, let me go green stick up.
Probably should have got more than one drill bit. I might have to fix that. Little Smoke had my bolt right there. Blammo. Well, we got 2 in there. Now I'll have to fix my drill bit and then drill another hole. Take a grinder, grind them back down, and sharpen them again. Works 65% of the time every time. She ain't perfect, but she'll cut. Like a hot knife through butter. Milwaukee, give me a call. I could show you how to sharpen a drill bit. That sucker drills better than when it was factory. I know a thing or two about making holes, folks. Moving on to the driver's side. Owe me $50, Milwaukee, for making your product look good. This side's gonna suck because there ain't no tire on here. Tire really gave me some leverage to really thrust my hips into the hole. That came out wrong. I mean, it really gave me a lot of leverage so I could get some really deep penetration. That sounds better. Oh yeah. Now I could get my hips positioned where I could get some real deep. Oh, she's gonna do another hole. Oh yeah, I think she's gonna do another. They used to call me Drill Bit Sharpener Rick. I've been working out so much lately, folks, that I just squeeze in here like that, nice and tight, and then I flex my buttocks. I got some grade 8 jobbies in there now. Fifth wheel plate is bolted on. I've got to get some tires, but right now it's dinner time. So we're gonna go grab some dinner, folks. Stand by.
Babe, do something with yourself. Look presentable.
Now put me on your shoulder.
Yes, ma'am. Better?
Real nice.
Go get to club. Playing a game. Can you please
What are you
put
playing?
this together?
Connect 4?
Yeah.
Well, folks, I got to put a Connect 4 game together. It's been a long day. We're going to get to it. We'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
Didn't spill a drop. Sure is a beautiful morning, babe.
You spilled your coffee everywhere.
That's okay. It's the new Canyon 30-ounce tumbler. There's plenty left.
Where can I get one of those tumblers, Wrecker Rick?
MurphysDieselStore.com. We gotta run down to the Napa, folks, and get some parts. I get this for you, babe.
Always a gentleman.
Mrs. Wrecker Rick is navigating, even though I've driven to Napa about 6 times now. We made it to Napa, folks. Stand by. Can I get this for you, Mrs. Wrecker Rick?
Always a gentleman.
Good, how are you? Like I said, they've always got everything we need. Look at this box of goodies. Before we hit the road, we need to get old 6.2 here, or AKA Wrecker Games, as the girls call it, cleaned up a little bit. Because the girl's probably going to ride in here. So we want to get rid of the rat, folks. Stand by. This thing's so old that the carpet's deteriorating as I'm vacuuming it, which is a shame. We'll put some hardwood floor in this bad Larry. Fix her up real nice. It's a dead mouse. Gotta get the old Panasonic tape deck cleaned up. She's shining like a diamond in a goat's eye. We're gonna hit the road. We've got to get some tires. I can't find any tires around here. We can't pick up our trailer till tomorrow, so it gives me a little bit of time to find some tires. I might ease on down the road and hopefully I don't blow some tires out. But if I do, I've got some spares to get me off the highway.
Is there seatbelts with you?
What?
Is there seatbelts in the truck?
Yeah, you want to ride with me?
Mom, Tim said there is.
Looks like I got a co-pilot. Well, me and old Smoke are gonna hit the road. I'm gonna throw my spares on the back. They used to call me old four-spare Rick.
Are you ready to hit the road?
Yeah, let's hit the road, Smoke.
Stand by, folks.
We gotta strap these tires down, Smoke.
Today, I help be my dad.
Smoke, hand me a ratchet.
You mean this one?
Yep, the ratchet. Thank you. Hand me the black strap. All right,
Here.
hand it to me. Thank you.
Here.
Let's see if this old dog's gonna start. You got it. Good job, Smoke.
Okay, now wake up.
Smoke's buckled in. She's ready to go. She needed a little help to get back up there. She's old. All right, stand by, folks.
Are we going to hit the road or what?
Yeah, Smoke, we're hitting the road. You just keep your pants on. We're gonna go on to Tucson and get some tires. Hopefully we can find some tires in Tucson. If not, I got 4 spares. There's a cop. There's a cop. Be cool, Smoke. Be cool. She's a long-legged old gal. At 75, she's only turning 1,400 RPMs. I'll guarantee you she'll run 95. Get some good steer tires on her, we'll put her to the test. This bad Larry will walk the dog, folks. Look at that. 1,400 RPMs at 75. Unbelievable. I'll bet you this truck will run 105. She rides like a Cadillac, and that dash is shining like a diamond in a goat's eye. What?
Why are you going super fast?
Because she's got a big cam.
Oh my gosh!
Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna get back to my classical. this truck runs. They must have ran the rack right before they parked it. We're getting on the highway, folks.
Well, it made it to Tucson so far. All of us, anyways.
The quaint little town of Tucson, Arizona. And we did it, folks. We hit it right on the head of rush hour. Boy, do I love rush hour. Because there's nothing I love more than fighting my way through rush hour traffic with no blinkers. They used to call me No Blinker Rick. Fun fact for you, there's a car in front of me. You don't want to forget you got a car in front of you, because you can't see the car that's in front of you. And if they don't go when you're ready to go, you get yourself a new hood ornament. I'll tell you what, this old K-Whopper will shut them all down, folks. What a rush, folks. Running 80 miles an hour down the highway with 20-year-old steers. I'll tell you what, this old gal ran pretty good for a 64-year-old truck. I'm gonna take that bug catcher off, I don't like it. We can't pick up our trailer till tomorrow morning. We had to grab another Airbnb. We didn't stay at the last one because the gals want to go swimming. This one has a pool.
Cannonball!
That's a full-on crab. Are you supposed to crack that open and eat the body? Well, it's a good thing I got my old pocket pliers. You can get yourself a pair of pocket pliers at Murphy's Diesel Store, folks. Folks, I have a very important announcement. We're getting on the road, folks. I found a couple of steer tires. I'm gonna stop and grab some steer tires for this bad Larry, because they're getting pretty bad. Super dry rotted too. We gotta grab some diesel too.
Bye, folks.
Look at that, folks. Old Ocotillo plant. Some of you northerners probably never seen an Ocotillo plant. It's pretty cool. There you go. Do I start it? Towards me. There you go. Good job. Good job. She's running a little rough this morning, folks. I'll bet you she needs some fuel filters. We covered about 60 miles yesterday, so it's probably due for a fuel filter change.
We're heading to
We're pulling in here to Robert's Tires to grab a couple of steer tires. I'm not worried about my drives, but I am worried about my steers. I've blown a steer tire more than a time or two, folks. Not a big deal. I think the drives will make it home, but I don't want to risk tearing out my fenders on the steers. Smells like tires in here. We'll throw them in the back of the old Freedom 550 and then swap them out while we're getting some diesel. How about that bumper, folks? It's a good looking son of a... Look at those big old saguaro cactuses, folks. Sure is beautiful down here in the desert when you get a little rain. Robert's Tire, folks. If you're ever in Tucson, head up Robert's Tire. Super painless, super cool, folks. Easy to deal with. Rock bottom prices. Starting to run pretty poorly. My fuel filters are plugging up. It's on the floor right now, folks. We can only do about 42 miles an hour. Hopefully it makes it. We got about 5 miles to the fuel station. I'll swap my filter out. She's barely running. Ash fork, we got a problem. No more throttle.
No more throttle?
Hopefully we don't get stuck right here at this light. I'll have to pull it in with the old Freedom 550. Come on, light. It's a good thing I got Wrecker Rick rope. The truck stop's right there. If we make it, we're about ready to break down.
I'm not quite sure what's wrong with old 6.2. It's moving really slow.
It's probably got a clogged fuel filter because of the 20 years of garbage in the tanks.
I mean, it's only 20-year-old fuel.
Uh-oh, she just died. Barely made it, folks. I'm gonna throw some diesel in this bad Larry and swap out a fuel filter real quick. Check a few other things. You little dickens. Clean bucket. Let's see how much stuff comes out of it. They used to call me old vice grip hand Rick. Smells really bad. A lot of garbage in there. Not the worst I've seen, but we're gonna throw a new filter on there real quick. Stand by. Hopefully Mrs. Wrecker Rick's still fueling so I could top my filter off. Hey, don't hang it up. All right. Didn't spill a drop. Some fresh tanks of fuel and a fuel filter. Look at that throttle response. Oh yeah, she's a runner, folks. It's time for their second dose of pancakes for the day at America's Diner. And I'm gonna swap out my steer tires real quick while they're grabbing some lunch so I don't hold this Yuletide clam bake up any longer than I already have. Doesn't get much more American than that, folks. Stand by.
Is that good mac and cheese?
Yeah.
You are eating on your own. Well, while she's crying, the rest of us are gonna eat. While Wrecker Rick is changing tires.
I didn't bring a bead hammer, so we had to improvise the pry bar. Just needed a little persuasion. Kind of hot in these rhinos. Snowing at home right now. That was in real time, folks. It wasn't sped up. Unbelievable speed, Wrecker Rick. I know that's what you're all thinking. They used to call me old tire skinner Rick. We're gonna need to fire this old dog up and build some air pressure so I can air these tires up. Turn on my air here. I got it hooked to my trailer brakes. We got the bead to see without ether in it. Oh yeah. Gotta cool the old smooth criminals down. It's getting hot out here, folks. Little penetrating oil in there so we could penetrate that crack. Tell you what, I thought there for a second I was gonna have to go full on redneck on this bad Larry and run it over with my truck. That's what we used to do back in the day when I was kids, breaking down tires. We didn't have bead hammers or anything like that. Couldn't afford them. We'd run it over with our pickup. Seated, folks. We're gonna be on the road in no time. Dayton is dying to go in that mud puddle. Good. I was gonna put tall rubber on there, some 11R 24.5s, but when they converted this to hydraulic steering, the gearbox is bigger and you can't fit tall rubber on there, so we're gonna run low pros.
Is it great having two little girl, Mom and Dad?
Yeah, it's awesome, Smoke, having two little girls.
It's a blessing. We're
girls only, Smoke. We don't do boys.
You would have boys and girl kids.
Nope, only girl kids. Only girl kids. We're pro girl, folks.
I mean, not that we didn't try to have a boy. You see what happened.
We got a fresh fuel filter, fresh pair of steers. We're back on the road, folks. We've only made it 60 miles in 2 days. Let's cover some ground. Stand by. Dayton, there's a cop. Be cool, be cool. We made it to Arizona City, folks. Another 60 miles under the old belt of the Blue Dragon. Stand by, we're gonna grab our car hauler. We made it, folks, finally. Grease this old fifth wheel up. She ain't had grease probably in 20 years.
Why do you grease a fifth wheel, babe?
Because if you don't grease it, it won't let you turn when you're loaded heavily. I've actually learned that at a young age. Trucking, one time, I had a dry fifth wheel and I was going down a dirt road and I tried to turn off the dirt road. My truck kept going straight. My front wheels were turned because it wouldn't pivot right here. They used to call me Dry Fifth Wheel Rick.
You always learn lessons the hard way, don't you?
It's funner that way. I like to lube the hole up a little too. Alright. We'll get home and do a full service on this bad little. Can you grab me a crescent wrench?
Standard or metric?
Standard, because this is America.
No problemo.
I gotta get some airlines on this bad Larry, so we got some trailer brakes. Can you hold this for me? Well, I just broke my new line. Good thing I got my airline for filling my tires. They don't make them like they used to. Just need to take my air chuck off of there and put a glad hand on there and then we'll be in business, folks. There she is. That old fifth wheel just slid right in. I'm surprised. Locked in like nothing. Let's get some airlines hooked up, folks, and hit the road. It's an old tow truck driver trick. You run your airline down the coil so it can't fall out and get in your drive line. Leave a little hickey up there so when you turn, it can stretch. All right, let's see if the brakes release. We got her hooked up. We're hitting the road. She's got a few air leaks, so we need to get some RPMs. Get this baby moving. Stand by. America!
Operation Giddy Up and Giveaway.
Well, she follows like a little puppy dog back there. Westbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done.
We're trucking now.
There goes a tire. Good thing we're on an exit. Good thing I got 4 spares. Murphy's Law. It's on the passenger side. When you blow a tire and they're singled out, there's not a tire on the inside to hold the axle up so you can get a jack under it. I can't get my jack under it. I don't got any blocks of wood, so I need something to drive this bad Larry up on. Guess I'm gonna have to destroy my battery box. That ought to do the trick. Now you get my spares off of there. We'll be on the road in a jiffy, folks. Stand by. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 285s on my front axle, 11Rs on the back axle. I'm going to throw the steer on that rim. Then I could double them up. I'll put the 11Rs on the back. I think that'll work better. Maybe we'll stop blowing tires. I mean, we literally went a mile down the highway and blew a tire, so we don't want to do that anymore. It'll take us 3 days to get home. Now we're having fun. It's almost dark. It's going to be even funner. See, now I got an inside tire. But how am I going to put air in it? Now I'm going to have to swap my air chuck back. Sometimes if you bounce on it like this, you can get it to take air. Oh yeah, she's sealed up. We seeded the bead. When you're putting air in piece of tires like this without a cage, it's best to put it on the hub first. You just put a little air in there just to seat the bead and put it on the hub. Then if it blows out, it can't kill you. Alright, I got a set of duals on there. Let's hit the road. Just kidding. I'm going to throw an 11R on the back right there. Then I'll have a set of duals on there, and then I'll throw that other 11R on the back over there. I'll have a set of duals there. I'm going to throw that low pro over there, and hopefully that gets me home. Stand by. I'm a videographer and son of a... They used to call me videographer Rick. Like a glove. Has anybody ever asked you if you're on drugs? Folks, I know this looks extremely fast, but this is not sped up. This is my real speed. This is real time. They used to call me Lightning Speed Rick. I may need to take Mrs. Wrecker Rick out to dinner. It's about that time. The kids are probably hungry too. Dayton just wants to go swimming. I'm that good, I could do it without looking. See? Let me guess, it's dinner time?
It's that freaking ESPN!
You hear that, babe? That's the Hammer train, babe. You know where it's going?
To Hammertown?
To Pound Town. All aboard. Are you getting on, babe?
I'm already on.
Yeah, a train wreck. All right, folks, so I got a set of tandem duals on there now. Two different sizes, but what's the worst that's gonna happen? I smoke a differential?
For real? Like
Yeah.
real life, that can happen?
Yeah, luckily we have 80 differentials in our yard.
That match this? This is a 26-year-old truck.
I'm gonna upgrade to new diffs. Excuse me, do you mind? Trying to make a YouTube video. Thank you. Now where were we, folks? All right, on to this side. Think I can get it done before it gets dark? How about that beautiful Arizona sunset? We sure are lucky living in Arizona, are we, folks? Reminds me, all you Arizonans, we need you to go to the off-road games this year and rep Murphy's Diesel. 19th through the 21st, folks. We need you there. We need your support. All right, now back to business. Alright, we ran into a snag. That aluminum wheel is too thick for my studs to go on there, so I'm going to have to swap it over to a steel wheel. I have my other steer tire from the front, so I'll break that down, put my steer tire on there. That'll work. Stand by, folks. Now we're going to have 8 tires on this bad Larry. We'll be back in the morning for her.
What's that air leaking in the cab?
It's got air leaks all over it. So, 64 years old. Bye, Dayton. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, babe. Love you.
Love you.
We got an Airbnb last night because I didn't want the girls to sit in the truck while I was swapping tires around. And of course, we had to get one with a pool because Dayton's part water dog. And I can work on the truck while they're swimming, even though it's like 30 degrees. While they're having a jolly old time swimming, I'll be having a jolly old time swapping out tires. I mean, it is fun. And of course, the only time we've gotten any snow this year is happening right now while I'm down in southern Arizona swapping out tires. Murphy's Law. So we're gonna hustle back up north. Hopefully we could catch the tail end of this pile up. Probably not. Maybe another one will happen. Hopefully not, because we don't like to see that happen to good folks. But for the sake of business. I was behind some bushes there for a second. I was like, where is my GD truck? Wouldn't that be neat? Showed up here and is gone. Towing company towed it. Or worse, somebody stole it. Oh, my jack's still here. My tires are still here. Truck's still here. We're gonna get to work. Stand by. First, we gotta hydrate because I'm hard 365 days of the year. Just look what I did to that bottle. And it's plastic. My jack bled down last night onto my tire. We're gonna need old Big Mill for this job. We need this rim, so I gotta break this tire off of it. So that tire's the wrong size, of course. Look how bad these tires are. I can't believe they're blowing out. Tires should last longer than 25 years. You make a crappy tire, Continental. Yeah, you're probably right. I probably could have paid somebody to do this. It's like $165 an hour. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm kind of a tight ass when it comes to labor. Just like my steer tires, I probably could have paid somebody. I mean, I think they quoted me like $125 to put those on. But I mean, if I would have had them put them on, then I wouldn't have $125. Think about it. And also, I wouldn't get to have all this fun. You got something better to do on a Friday morning? I didn't think so. My tire guys are gonna watch this and be like, Wrecker Rick, I thought we weren't allowed to use WD-40 to put tires on. I don't allow them to use WD-40 to put tires on because remember when I said I'm a tight? I buy 5-gallon buckets of Murphy's tire soap and you dilute it with water and it's very cheap. It works better too. I just don't have any. We got it, folks. Took some doing. I didn't have a lighter. I couldn't get the grinder to start that, so I had to get the grinder to start some wood on fire. We got the bead to see. Stand by. We'll be hitting the road in no time. I know what you're thinking. Hell, Wrecker Rick, you could have went and bought a lighter, but those things are like $3. And if I did that, I wouldn't have $3. Hell yeah, brother! America! Keep on trucking. That's just what happens when you grow up in Ash Fork. You just have to make stuff work. Got one left to do. Then we'll be out of here. How about that old Big Cam up there just having a mind of its own? Must be getting a clogged filter again. It's idling up and down, up and down. We may have to put another fill filter jobby in that bad, Larry. We've got 10 tires on her now, folks. Maybe that'll get us home. And I got one spare. So we could have one blowout on the way home and we'll be good. We've only got about 300 miles to go, so hopefully she makes it. We're just topping off some air and we'll be hitting the road. Stand by. That ought to ride. Do a little walk around here real quick. Look at those brakes just hanging off of the drum. It's got a bad slack adjuster or something. So no trailer brakes. No shocks. Well, everything looks ship shape. Let's hit the road. Put our airline back on our trailer and we'll be ready to go. Oh. Great. My arch nemesis. Fifth wheel grease. Murphy's Law. Me and Smoke are hitting the road, folks. Are you ready, Smoke?
Yeah, stand by, folks.
I'd just like to take a moment of silence for old 6.2 here. I mean, what a good looking rig, huh folks? The blue and red just pops.
And I want charging.
All right, push it right here. Let's build some air, Smoke.
Yeah, let's build some air.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're cooking with dry rotted tires now, folks. We've gone about 5 miles. They seem to be working. Be cool, Smoke. Be cool. There's a cop. Smoke said if we hit a bump, hold on tight, Dad.
Dad, you don't need to hold on tight to little bumps, but big bumps. Okay, Dad?
Okay, Smoke.
Dad, Michael.
We were making good time, folks. We made it about 50 miles. Now we've been stuck in traffic for 15 minutes. It's a good thing it ain't hot out. If it's summertime, we'd be in trouble, folks.
Dad, this is very heavy, I think.
D is down for the count, folks. Which she was swimming like most of the morning, so she got pretty wore out.
The quaint little town of Chandler, Arizona, folks. What is the deal? It's not even rush hour. Sky Harbor Airport, folks. Fun fact for you, when I was 19 years old, I made all the rubberized asphalt for Sky Harbor Airport about 22 years ago. They used to call me Rubberized Asphalt Rick.
Everybody help me take a dump. We can go to the gas station. Everybody hungry or
I don't need to take a dump, Smoke, but thank you.
okay, but either you need to, we can go down to a gas station.
Okay, we'll stop at a gas station if I need to take a dump. Thank you, Smoke. Uh-oh, folks. The old Blue Dragon's getting a little doggy. Straight from the horse's mouth. Stand by, folks.
We are hitting traffic non-stop in the way going into Phoenix.
We stopped in New River, folks. This is the last stop before we crawl up out of the valley. We have to climb up Black Canyon. It's like 3,000 feet in elevation or something like that. It'll be a good test for the old Blue Dragon. The tires are holding up well. That was a great idea, doubling them tires up, Wrecker Rick. They should start doing that from the factory. Is that road debris?
I don't know.
Or did somebody stick that there? It's a dog's head, folks. But it says God bless. It's an omen. This old Big Cam's passing everything in sight. What a powerhouse. Unbelievable. It's the home stretch, folks. We got about 130 miles left to go. Probably be the first time in history that we made it in the daylight. Car hauler wave. I'm part of the club now. They used to call me car hauler Rick. Ah, it's a cop. And it's DOT. Son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. He probably took one look at this thing and said, "Ah, it's my Friday. I ain't messing with that pile." I don't blame him. I wouldn't either.
I'm gonna assume that that guy is a fan or something, because he pulled up next to Wrecker Rick and was sitting there for a minute and then just hauled butt rolling coal. And then he got in front of him and waited for traffic to clear. And then he got back beside Rick and rode beside him for a little bit longer and then just hauled butt off again. So either he's trying to race a 1962 Kenworth or he's a fan and recognized Rick.
Gonna have to do a fuel filter. Only getting up to 35 miles per hour.
Girls are just doodling away on their doodle boards that we picked up at a truck stop down in Arizona City. Show me your doodle.
I'll do it.
Oh, nice.
She's barely running. Good thing I brought plenty of filters. Let's get down to business. They used to call me Spare Filter Rick. Oh yeah, 64 years of garbage, folks. Didn't spill a drop. Way better, at least for 200 more miles till I have to put another fuel filter in it, but it'll get me home. We're gonna hit the road, folks, right after I go in here and get myself a chicken fried steak and a Marlboro. Woo! Needs a fuel filter again, folks. Now we've got our work cut out for us. We've got to get this Bad Larry ready for cover op, giddy up, and giveaway. Stay classy, folks.
Stay classy, folks.